if Borough knock Chelsea out or Chelsea in dire straits?
Well, I think for Pochettino, he's looking at these two cup competitions. Do you mean dire? Is that the band? What's up with you? What's wrong with you?
Please tell me you've heard of Dire Straits.
No, I've never heard of them.
Oh my God. Oh, give me strength.
What are they?
What are they? Well, they're not a marching band, are they? Dear, oh dear. What were you saying? You were going to say something.
Pochettino needed these two domestic cup competitions because the Premier League form is abysmal. Down in 10th place. Not looking like they're going to get into the Champions League spot. So a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup would have probably done him a bit of good and kept him in a job.
They still could. They could.
Of course, but it's not going to be easy.
They're still in the cup, aren't they? So there's still a lot to play for Chelsea. Don't worry about that.
Of course, but you'd expect them to definitely get through this second leg, because if they don't, the pressure's definitely on Pochettino.
Well, let me just tell you, Chelsea, what is it? 3 behind Newcastle? I know Newcastle.
1 point behind Newcastle.
1 point. Well, there you go. So, where's my tables? Yeah, right. So, it's is it that bad a season so far?
But they're 12 points off the top 4, Al.
I know that.
That's where they've got to be looking at. Minimum for Chelsea as a football club, spending £1 billion, it should be top 4. Minimum.
Yeah.
So 12 points.
I don't think changing. I'm not sticking up for Poch yet because I like him.
We know you went for tea with him.
I know. I like him. I'm just saying, don't change. Give him time. That's because he's your mate. No, I just. What's the point of getting rid? You bring someone else in, and you've got to give them 18 months. No, leave him. Just leave him alone. Okay. Let's see what happens over the next few weeks.
Okay.
Right. You were. Let's do this. American owner Todd Bowley. I said she spent over $1 billion on players since acquired the club back in 2022. It was, Gab, right?
Yeah.
But former Spurs England striker Darren Bent doesn't think any of the signings have improved this side.
When they won the last Champions League, right? That was Roman Abramovich, wasn't it? When they won the last one. I'm looking since then. The players that they've signed, I'm struggling to find one. You'd go, that's been a success. Now, if you was to go through, and I'll even start with, I'll go...
Have you got the prices?
Yes.
Are you going to work in euros?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will start from the 22-23 season, because that's when it almost... It was around that time, right? Yeah. Enzo Fernandez, 100 million.
115, I think.
Absolutely not. 121 million euro. No.
Okay.
Wesley Fofana, 80 million euros.
Wow.
Nope. Mudryk, 70 million euros. Nope. Cucurella. Nope. Sterling. Okay. Badashils. Koulibaly. He's gone already.
He went.
They spent on him 38 million euros, right? Noni Madueke, now starting to find his feet. Chukwuemeka, 80 million. I like him. I think he'll be good, but hasn't shown it yet. Move again forward. Moses Caicedo.
Nope.
100 million. Nope.
Madness, by the way.
Lavia hasn't kicked the ball yet. And Nkunku hasn't been fit. Palmer, okay, you'd go...
That's a success.
I think so.
Yeah.
Dazazi, nope. Nicholas Jackson, nope. Sanchez, nope. They've spent so much money on players, and there's not one of them that I've jumped off the page and gone...
They've had injury problem. Jackson's the one that disappoints me, Gab.
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't finish, honestly. And the other guy who pulled all the strings, Knopfler, we've not seen much of him yet. Mark Knopfler, he's decent. We've not seen him.
What? You're one of these moves, aren't you?
What? Who? No, Mark Knopfler.
Never heard of him.
Injured first game.
Never heard of him.
Pulls all the strings, yeah. Anyway, Chelsea currently sit...
Why are you trying to catch me out?
I think I just have.
No, you haven't.
Where's Mark Knopfler then?
Never heard of him.
He's the lead singer of Dire Straits, you tube. Chelsea currently sit 10th at the table, 23 points, the lowest total at this stage of the season since 2015-2016. But Lord Simon Jordan infuriated the nation yesterday by suggesting no one really cares about the West London club.
Well, I made the claim that I thought Chelsea would be up and about it this season, and I have also said that I never felt Pochettino was the answer to getting them back to winning the leagues. And what I've pushed back against is the narrative they've got an idiot American owner, because that's an easy characterisation. But the interesting thing is that people aren't that interested in Chelsea. That's worse than people having a critical opinion. Chelsea are almost travelling under the radar because they're not operating in people's mindsets, having much attention. We focus on them because they spent so much money.
But there's apathy. You're right.
They're not as big a club as Man United.
Ambivalent.
They're not as big a club as Man United.
No, they're not.
Simple as that.
No, they're a manufactured club like Manchester City.
Oh, I tell you what, he does wind people up, Simon, doesn't he? I've got a few Chelsea fans. Pals are big Chelsea fans. Yeah, they're disappointed, but You know, they renew the tickets, season tickets every season after season.
Yeah, but is he wrong in what he says? Because when they do lose Chelsea, you don't really see as much fuss of when Liverpool lose. And I do the show on a Saturday here, the phone-in show with Mr. Numpty O'Hara. When Chelsea lose, you don't get as much phone callers.
No.
But when Liverpool lose, when Manchester United lose, when Arsenal lose, you get so many phone calls because their fan base not used to it. You know, they're a bigger club. But when Chelsea lose, you don't seem to get much callers. So I agree, Simon. You know, like he says, Manchester United are the team. Whenever they lose, the radio, the calls, every media platform is fixated on Manchester United because they're a big club.
Where are you with United at this moment?
Oh, well, Manchester United, you look at the table now, 8th, 31 points, 9 points off top 4. It's not over top 4, by the way, because Arsenal are dropping points. Spurs as well, West Ham.
Arsenal dropping points because they can't finish. Once you start hitting the back of the net, they'll go on a run, I'm sure.
But Manchester United need some help in January. You know, Sancho leaving now. Can they get a couple in? I heard yesterday that Martial doesn't want to leave to the end of the season. Just depends what money they've got available with financial fair play to bring in some help. But I think Højlund is the one I want to see come good because he works his socks off, doesn't get the service he needs. Even the Wigan game, there were a few times where Rashford and Garnacho, they can cross it in now, they keep shooting. You know, like disrespectful to a striker, like, oh, you don't cross it to me. For what reason? You're not having me.
Well, he's got to have it out with them in the dressing room.
Exactly. If that was you, you'd be like, stop shooting from silly angles, cross the blooming ball.
Yeah, especially with his goal record, it's terrible.
Exactly, yeah.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Alan Brazil. Thursday and Friday morning, 6 till 10. On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.